Hi, this is Kathleen from Bailey Academy, mom of 5, homeschooling 3 of them, ages 9, 12, and 16. Today I have a little unboxing to do. I have a little box here from Nature's Workshop Plus. It's a website that you can order curriculum and other resources from, and I will link them below in the comments. So I'm going to open the box and quickly show you what I got, and then I'll turn it around so you can get a little bit of a flip through. And everything will be linked below to the website so you can kind of, sorry, that's loud. Alright, so this is what I received from them in exchange for talking about it. I got 3 books. So I have the Nature Connection, an outdoor workbook. For kids, families, and classrooms. So it has different activities, and I'll show you a flip through that in a minute. I got a Farm Anatomy, which if you're not new to homeschool YouTubers, you've probably seen this series. I recently got Nature Anatomy from the publisher, so this is the Farm Anatomy book, so now I'm 2/5 of the way to getting every book in the series. So we'll look through that. And this behemoth, look how thick this is, 3 fingers width. Handbook of Nature Study. So I'll flip you around and we'll take a look and see what these are like. Alright, hold on. So here's the 3 books that I got. Let's look at the one that we're used to first, the Farm Anatomy book. So Farm Anatomy, The Curious Parts and Pieces of Country Life by Julia Rothman. So she has other books. I don't know if it mentions the other series, what books in the series or not, anywhere. I don't see it, but she has, I believe this was her first one. There's Farm Anatomy, Nature Anatomy, Wildlife Anatomy, Ocean Anatomy, and I'm forgetting what the other one is. So this one here is talking all about Farm Anatomy. So each of the pages are very colorful. They show, this is mineral nutrients in the soil, composting, types of feeders. I'm just flipping through here. There's not showing everything. So you see there's not a lot of text on each page, but if you really want to learn lots about farming and agriculture, which we'll probably do next year, then we can use this book. We can read a little bit of each page and then go further into it. There's even a recipe here for, I don't know how to, I know how to pronounce it, but I can't say it right. Borscht, I think is how you pronounce it. A soup made from beets. So that's cool. Different beans, different fruits and vegetables. Carrot cake recipe. Separating the sheeps from the goats. So there's different information about the cow's stomach and the different types of cows. We actually adopted a cow last year. I guess this would have been better to do with this. Maybe we can adopt a cow again. It's completely free. I'll link below to the program, but you adopt a cow and they send you information and about your cow and about cows in general, and it's fun. Parts of a goat, parts of a pig, daily water consumption, rabbits, bees, baking, dandelion wine recipe, the basics of bread making. So I think we can end up cooking with this too. So that's kind of cool. Baked ham with pineapple, maple fudge, and yarn. So yeah, this is a really cool starting off book to you use other resources to turn it into a farm agricultural study. That's what I'm going to use that for. The second book I got is The Nature Connection, an outdoor workbook for kids, families, and classrooms, as I mentioned, by Claire Walker Leslie. And here's, see if you can see here. Okay, so part 1 is how to be a naturalist. Part 2, learning the sky. Part 3, exploring nature, a month-by-month guide. That's cool. And then some appendix, how to use nature journals, safety in nature. So this book is written to be read by kids, but you can absolutely use it for unit study. So pack your outdoor adventure kit. So this would be like what you want to pack before you go out on a little nature expedition. and setting up your nature journal notes. We will be doing nature journaling this year. Nature around me, what I saw. And there's a website if you want to print more pictures. Nature notes, nature surprise lists, play a nature game. Make a nature arrangement, that looks pretty. Read a nature poem. Tell a story about nature. Color wheel of the seasons. Good way to include art. Quick drawing lesson. Oh, blind contour drawings. Oh, I've done that before. That's fun. You're trying to draw the contours of the like in this case this is a pumpkin. You draw the contours with your eyes closed. And then you do a modified one where you look back and forth from the thing you're drawing to the paper, but you still don't lift your pencil. So it's got some art in it. Learning the sky. So some sky drawings. Weather watch worksheet. Do you like the night? High tide and low tide. Learn the constellations. Write a sky poem. And then the month by month guide. So it starts off with the month, January. A little bit of information about it. Nature notes. So time, temperature, date, place, what's the weather like, etc. Go on a nature quest, picture of the month. And then information that has to do with that month. So this is about winter survival. Drawing what you see. Snowflake study. Oh, that looks cool. Nature's little house guests. And then February. So that has animal tracks, looking at trees, winter tree home. March has about the spring equinox. And puddles of mud. Signs of spring coming in April. Earth Day. May has birds and migration. Spring fever, bugs. June has the summer solstice. And trees, nests. July. About earth, landscape, butterflies, gardens. August has to do with water and weather. Oceans, sleeping under the stars. September, grass and seeds. And the autumn equinox. October, leaves turning color, how to draw leaves. Trees again, moss and fungi. November, geology. That was just my cats. And December is holiday time and the winter solstice. And then yeah, there's some the appendices or whatever, safety in nature. Gives you some ideas of what you should do. Talking about ticks, going with your children the first few times, tell them where they can and cannot play. Respect nature. Field trip tips in the classroom about nature journaling. This looks like a really cool book. You could use it many different ways. You could use it like, you know, really just flip-flop between things that you're learning, or you could, you know, use it as a guide for your nature study. And the last book I have is this big Handbook of Nature Study, and it's by Anna Botsford Comstock. And it is very text heavy. So look at the contents here. We have the teaching of nature study. And you can see there, I'll hold it still for a little bit so you can kind of see. The child not interested in nature study, that's going to be an interesting topic. The nature study lesson is always new. Nature study in the schoolroom. Use of scientific names. Correlation of nature study with language work, drawing, geography, history, and arithmetic. Like that. And part 2 is animals. So I'm going to move it up so you can see. as part of it. So there's a whole section on birds. And then it goes into fishes, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, insects, and more insects of different areas, and invertebrate animals other than insects. And then there's the plants section, wildflowers, weeds, garden flowers, cultivated crop plants, trees, flowerless plants. And then earth and sky, the brook, rocks and minerals, the soil, climate and weather, the skies. And for each section, it's, like I said, very text heavy. So this is could be used lots of different ways too. The way we're going to use it is, when my daughter's doing her nature education course that we're creating, she's going to be having one day where she reads from a nature book. So we're going to use some books from the library, plus I own some books, but this is one that we're going to use. And the way I'm not going to use it, she's definitely not going to read it front cover to back cover. That's too long. But she can flip through and find a section that she wants to read and just read the sections that interest her. Or if we find a certain bird or a certain plant, we can read about it. You can see there's has some pictures, black and white. This is an older book remade for very text heavy. I believe it says it was created in the foreword to the 1986 reissue. So this was copyright 1911, and then 1939, and then 1967, and 1983, and this is the most recent copy. So this has been around for a long time, so that's cool. So I'm going to have to make room on my bookshelf for that. So these are just 3 of the many, many, many things you can get from Nature's Workshop Plus. So that's what you can get from Nature's Workshop Plus. I'm going to call it up on the computer. You won't be able to see it, but I just want to tell you a bit more about the website. So it's workshopplus.com, and like I said, I'll put the link in the below as well. And they have lots of, so they have free shipping in the continental USA with any $150 plus order, so if you get lots of things. But they have like wooden toys and blocks, bird bingo, play mats, so they have games and puzzles and toys that are all used for learning about nature in some way or shape or form. Dive lab kits, they have the Apologia curriculum, and Berean Builders curriculum, activities, magnets, games. Their whole main menu there is learning aids, nature, curriculum and kits, science, arts and crafts, and games. So they have lots to choose from. And you shopping in US dollars, but they do ship to Canada. So this is definitely something you want to check out, especially if you're interested in nature and you want to include more nature resources in your homeschool. So thank you to them for sending us these resources, and to check out their website, workshopplus.com. And let me know if you want to see any more about these books or resources. And thank you to them.